I mean, the first time I saw them was like, I came out at the Rat in Boston. I was just heard the name The Doors and heard some songs and fucking Dairy Queen and shit. They came out and just fucking destroyed the fucking stage and played like fucking 6 minutes and walked off, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I really like that raw spirit, you know? They're just so refreshing in this day and age of fucking phony Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, Warped Tour.
That was actually my first question for you.
You know, it's
that was
they're the real
fucking
deal, you know. Black isn't like trying to make it in the business, so there's an honesty there. All these other whores, it's a career move now. The Ramones are a clothing line. It's a career move now. Punk rock. Ooh, I'm gonna be when shitty bands like Fall Out fucking Boy are like popular in this world, and or fucking what is it, Taking Back Sunday and all that emo fucking bullshit. Then you know the punk is the whole scene. It's loosely affiliated.
How do you feel about?
It's gone, I think.
How do you feel about the whole? This is something that I've noticed. The use of pop punk back in the, and basically up to recently, was always associated with you guys, Screeching Weasel.
Yeah.
Pink Lincolns to a bit. These kinds of bands.
MTX. Yeah.
Yeah, MTX.
Yeah, Muffs. Yeah.
Now it's associated with completely something else.
Right.
It doesn't have the same sound.
We did this thing, I can't remember the label, it was Pop Punk Volume 1 and Pop Punk Volume 2. I can't remember who put it out. I listened to Volume 1 we were on, and there was 2 volumes. I listened to the one we weren't on and it was like Pop Punk, and I said, what a bunch of fucking suck ass. The thing, it's so bad. The thing with that stuff is that you listen to these bands and they are trying so hard to make it in the business and suck that dick in case they might be the one with a winning lottery ticket. Now bands like Green Day, if you ask me, were fucking head and shoulders above fucking bullshit like Blink fucking 182, Good Charlotte, I won't even talk about it, My Chemical fucking Romance, all that bullshit. These bands do it okay, Fall Out Boy, but Green Day had passion. They were a great fucking band. The Dwarves are a great band. You know, the New Bomb Turks were a great band. The Mighty Mighty Bosstones were a great band. Screeching Weasel, MTX, you know. Those bands all did that shit, and they had no safety net under them. None of those motherfuckers, as far as I know, in any of those bands have college degrees and are gonna go fucking work, some corporate fucking job. It's fucking Burger King, welcome to Burger King, ma'am, may I take your order, or punk fucking rock, you know what I mean? And I think it lends a certain honesty. Like I say, the Ramones are a fucking clothing line for these motherfuckers. Now, they don't know the Ramones. If they did, they wouldn't listen to this bullshit.
Look at that. Well, what do you think about Hot Topic?
It's all bullshit. People listen, see the thing is that they don't put the Ramones up at the top of the heap, okay? And the remote people are like, oh no, there's no message there. Now I want to sniff some glue, fucking Susie's Headbanger. But the thing with Ramones and great bands like the Dwarves is that it's the true punk ideals. It's like, don't take yourself too seriously. Question stuff, whether it's from fucking the guy from Anti-Flag or George Bush. Fucking question everything. Use your own fucking brain. Don't go to a punk rock fucking show to learn about politics. Get a little more fucking into it, you know what I'm saying? And and be able to laugh at yourself. You know what I mean?
That was actually my first question for you.
What was that?
You guys have been around for a while. What's your take on the MTV watered down punk phase?
Money's ruining the whole thing. Like I say, it's a fucking. When we started out, I'll be honest with you, back in New Hampshire, me, B-Fest, and you, I had the band together off and on in the late 80s, and you know what I mean? It wasn't serious. We were drinking in Boston, and we were playing weekends at the Rat and Sheds and shit. But when we got together, we had one fucking dream. We wanted to put out one album. We figured we'd put it out ourselves, like we had done our 2 7-inches. And then, back in the early 80s, 83 and 84. And then we wanted to play one gig with Screeching Weasel. That was the only thing, we're like, fuck it, let's just play with Screeching Weasel. And then like they got to look out and then we got signed and all that shit. So, that was just a different time then. So that was our dreams. We had it was a fucking acid trip to think you could get royalties and tour around the world. And, but I just never had this driving fucking dream. Maybe a dream to make a great bubblegum pop team, but not a dream to like, be a household word. I mean, I guess I would have not turned it down, but I mean, I don't think my life is that's just the path that I was supposed to take, I guess. But I don't, it wasn't what got me out of bed in the morning. It was like, I want to fucking go fucking open up for all these fucking stupid fucking bullshit bands, Bad Religion, and all that horse shit. And I don't like that shit, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not saying they're better than me, but I don't gonna fucking open up for bands I don't like, and I ain't doing it. Social D, I used to like, but I ain't gonna go open up for their monkey fucking bonehead crowd or no fucking FX or any of them fucking idiots, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. This is good as it gets tonight. It's fucking great. I won the fucking lottery, pal. Like, fuck it, you know? I ain't whoring my fucking smelly ass for nothing. No way. Fuck this scene now. It sucks, I think. The Warped Tour ruined it, all that fucking
Yeah.
money. Hell yes.
Thank you.
I'm not doing it. It's like, oh, these guys are like, they're all punk and all that fucking bullshit and fucking anti-flags. Like, we're anti-corporation for fucking years. Then they signed with RCA,
Yeah.
okay?
They're like,
It's like, you know,
Target
fuck it.
sponsors.
You know what?
Like,
fucking, the closest I ever got to fucking being affiliated with a corporation is MySpace. And it's like, fuck it. That's a website for me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I fucking wouldn't go on the Warped Tour. It's like, I got my fucking ideals. I know we got offered and I said no.
Yeah.
So I don't give a fuck, man. I'm proud of our stance. I'm proud of what we did. And I think we're a good little fucking punk band and we got ideals, you know?
yeah.
Fucked up bullshit. You know, you go to these shows and they got fucking army recruiters at these shows. They got fucking smokeless tobacco fucking things. It's like, fine, you want to make a living, but you know, don't fucking tell me you're anti-corporation and then, well, I just want to get my message across. And it's so conceited. Like, what fucking message?
Yeah.
What are you so fucking much smarter than everybody else? I'll sit down and fucking talk with anybody with the best of them over fucking, you know, global warming and fucking Iraq and all the other fucking bullshit in the fucking world, but you know, I'm not going to get on stage and say it. I don't think I'm smarter than anybody else. I don't think I'm dumber either, you know, but I don't think that God gave me this, you know, this power to go, you know, teach, lead fucking people that, you know, this on this path to enlightenment like these fucking punk bands think they're doing. And they're all fucking rich motherfuckers now.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know? I could have offered some, you know, we could have fucking signed with a major, I know we could have. And then that Warped Tour bullshit, but we never did we, Lurch?
Nope.
See, that's Lurch nobody.
We like our pork and beans.
We like our pork and beans.
Hell yeah.
All right. My next question is, what's going on with labels and you guys?
We're gonna record the next album after this tour is over in about 2 weeks, and then we're gonna shop it. But we might just go with Asian Man if Michael put it out. I think he will. We're doing our reissues, all our local catalog. Ben's there, and Ben might do a solo album, put it out with Mike, and it's not a huge thing, but you know what? We probably make more money selling 10,000, 15,000 albums on Asian Man than selling 50,000 on these other labels, you know? I haven't had a good experience
Asian
with
Man Records has been around for a long time.
Yeah, and he's honest, and you know what? I go, fuck. I
That
just
guy's
want
run that shit out of his garage for how long?
Right. I think it's great. He's starting to release, like, Love Songs will be released next month, and, you know, we remixed and remastered that shit. And just, you know.
Are you gonna get
sounds way better.
Are you gonna get master recorded?
Pardon me, don't say anything
We're
about
going
my
to
bad
Sonic.
habits.
Yeah, nice ass, boy. Yeah, Mass. We're gonna go to Sonic. So Lisa Marr and JJ Razzler are coming in. They were.
I actually.
so-
Funny enough that you bring up MySpace before, and that I did read some of that on there. You're actually getting the old crew from.
Well, from Don't Back Down,
Yeah.
JJ and Lisa's not doing much, but she's like, God, she's ready to play, and she's like an incredible musician and songwriter. So she's coming to sing and write songs, help me with lyrics. Jay Razzler was on Don't Back Down, Grow Up, fucking, he's been in all sorts of shit, and so he's coming out to play some guitar, and we're just gonna fucking create in the studio. You know, I got songs half done, 3/4 done. And it's gonna be kind of fun. Me and Master are going over the tunes, and we had a lot of work to do, but it's different because usually I go in and we have everything more or less mapped out. Now we're really creating, so everybody's got to fucking step up to the plate, and it's kind of different how we usually record, but I'm really looking forward to it.
What's your take on the internet websites like MySpace, and what is?
I think it's a great fucking way to reach people. I've met a lot of people, and it's a website for the band. Other than that, I don't fuck with it much. I try to answer everybody. It's great. Get the word out and stuff. So yeah, it's great to be able, like, to be accessible. Like, now one of my heroes bands, I always like the underdogs, but Jesus and Mary Chain. Love Jesus and Mary Chain. Love them, man. Monkey, their last album, I thought was just incredible, and they did a project after that a few years ago called Sister Vanilla with their sister who sang on Monkey, Linda, and they had a band called Sister Vanilla, and it was basically Jesus and Mary Chain with their sister. Very little. It's on JVC out of Japan. I paid like $48 and I bought it, and it's fucking great. And so I was on MySpace, Jesus is a Mary Chain, and then I saw Jim Reed at a site, so I was like, fuck it, you know. And I emailed him and I said, listen, I'm working on some tunes, Jim, and you know, I've done a little shit. You know, would you help me with a song that I think is kind of up your alley? You know what I mean? Not, it's a good. I was always into the Velvets. I told him, and Lou Reed I've seen like 25 times. Love Lou Reed, and so he emailed me back. You know what I mean? I was just over at the hotel and he emailed back, and I go, fuck, that's great. Now I love people like that I really think is an awesome band that aren't above.
Yeah, they're on.
You know, so that's where it's great. The web,
it's
you know,
a
MySpace
great way
is
to,
great. You know,
it's a great way to communicate.
And kids are like, oh, I can't believe you wrote back. I'm like, fuck, I try to write back every day. I spend a couple hours answering them.
How many emails do you get? I'm sure you get.
Sometimes, like I was on the other day, I got 40. Then a lot of times, you know, I try to keep in touch with the bands. I email everybody back.
Yeah.
You know, between the website and it depends. 25.
I know I wrote you a letter probably about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and I did get a response.
Yeah, we were pretty good about that.
Which I always
And,
thought was very cool.
Yeah, no, we try to keep in touch because I know when like Joey Ramone called me. I remember I sent him a tape way back in the 80s and then went to a show about 2 months later in New Hampshire. I'd sent him 4 songs, Goodbye California, Love, 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 I'll Be True to You, and I Don't Want to Get Involved With You. And stuff that would go on the Grow Up album. So I sent it to him with a little pencil, fucking note written in pencil. And I saw them, like I said, about 2 months later at University of New Hampshire. And I went up, bullshitted my way backstage, and I said, hey Joey, I'm Joe from the Queers. And we knew each other from shows. Like, I always get backstage, but he didn't, you know me good enough to say, hey Joe. But then he's like, hey man, I gotta tell you, I love, right off the bat, I just said I'm Joe from the Queers. He's like, I really like Love, Love, Love and Goodbye California. The vocal phrasing's great. And that's really when I met him. And it was like, so I knew he had like fucking listened to the tape.
Yeah.
I am telling you that I told his mom this story. I said, I never forgot that. That he listened to my stuff and he knew it good enough that he said he wanted to record Love, Love, Love. And you know, he brought up the song titles. You know, I didn't fucking say, what do you think about this song? He said it. I was like, oh my God, he listened to the tape. Because I
awesome.
put people up on a pedestal. But I think I've learned in punk is the important stuff isn't like to how much money you're making or how many people show up or though I love both those things, but it's the friendships I've made, it's the lives that have touched mine that I've got to through people I've met. It's traveling around, meeting kids around the world, seeing stuff around the world, and that's really where I put a value on stuff now, and I've learned that from punk. It's not how many chicks you can sleep with. It's not how arrogant you can be. It's not looking down on people. It's looking across at people. You know, there's no. I find that people that are arrogant and all that stuff, it's just fear and low self-esteem. You know, so the way I look at it is I'm lucky to be able to do this, even at this level, and you can't put a price tag on it, you know. And so it's like, God, we were just talking today, like, fuck, we got our brand new drum set. Kids showed up, you know, we love it, and we didn't have to go on the Warped Tour, and we didn't have to open up for all these foolish bands, and we don't want to play with it. I mean, I like Social D, but and NoFX I like pretty much too. Some of the shit bugs me, but I mean, I like them, and we have opened up for NoFX a couple times only, but I don't want to go on tour with or Bad Religion. I'm just not into that shit. I'm into the queer stuff, and so we don't have to do that. I never had to do that. I go out like I'm getting the hard-ons over from fucking Australia. We saw them 6 months ago there, and I was like, come on. So that's like a dream come true for me. I love them. I know they're not going to be as good as the little next Fallout Boy band. We've had 1 million submissions of bands on Nitro and blah, 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 blah. And I don't give a fuck. I like the hard-ons. I want to go with the hard-ons, you know, because like I like touring with the Independents and the Nobodies, the Teen Idols. We were all friends, you know what I mean? Or Screeching Weasel, you know, the Muffs, MTX.
Have you read
So,
Dr.
you know,
Frank's new book yet?
No, I haven't got it. I got to get it. He emailed me, and I was like, God damn it, I got to order it. But I'm going to ask my girlfriend to order it when I'm home. So, but yeah, I mean, I bitch and shit, but some of the stuff bugs me. You know, I grew up on Black Flag, the Ramones, and the DKs, and Flipper, and Angry Samoans, and Dickies, and that great shit. And it's the stuff I see now bugs me, so I bitch about it a little bit. People say I'm sour and I'm a big mouth and bullshit artist, but I don't think I'm fucking a shit talker. I think I tell the truth, you know. I try to, but it bugs me. So I can't be a fucking whore and say I love that band. I love that band. Oh, we played with Fall Out Boy. They were great. You know, I just really don't like that bullshit. I'll be. That's why I couldn't go on the Warped Tour because I wouldn't like any of the bands.
Yeah.
That shit bugs me.
I feel like punk's been hijacked.
It has. It has.
It's
When we
cool.
were able to go before, I remember you'd go on a tour. You'd have about 3-week tour, and you'd have fucking holes in the tour, and you'd go to Minneapolis, and then Bill from Dillinger Ford, who toured with us. But Bill Scooby, you'd go to the Scooby house and you'd play a basement party. And I remember one time we made $240 there. They passed the hat, they let us do the laundry, and they fed us. They let us stay there that night. And then Bill or someone called down to me and Cater, and they're like, "Hey, there's a show tomorrow night, and they want to know if you'll come down." We went there and we made $200. You know what I mean? It was so fucking cool, and everybody had their own zine, and it was more like, hey, you had to pull together. When we toured with Rancid, they were in a shitty van, we were in a shitty van, and those guys came up to me and they're like, "Hey, if you get stuck for money, let us know. We had a good crowd. Here's an extra $25, or they buy us some cheeseburgers at McDonald's or something." I mean, when push came to shove, they were great guys.
Yeah.
Some of Lars bugs me. The rest of them I love.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, and they probably make decisions I wouldn't have made, but I really shouldn't judge them on that. You know what I mean? That's what makes the world go around. But I know when we needed them, Rancid were great fucking guys and did that, and I never forgot that. That's how it was back in the day. You know what I mean? It wasn't this rock star bullshit. Every man for fucking self. It was fucking the Three Musketeers, fucking one for all and all for one, man. That was it. That's how you toured. Screeching Weeds and the Queers, the Mops and the Queers. Fuck, we all had to pull together, So it was great, fucking great. Loved it. So.
Well, that's the
I gotta
interview
go downstairs pretty quick.
with Joe Queer.